What's up, gay straights and other days? It's Mally. I'm back with another episode of Elysium. Last time, we literally fought for our lives, and I can't believe we survived, but now, we actually have to really start getting some answers here before more people get hurt. Apparently, Claudia has already skipped town. Doesn't surprise me there. We did let Ruby go, so we're kind of short on information here, but I don't regret any of it. At least not for my first playthrough, so let's try and get some answers. I see something on the desk here. Looks like she's left something on the table. Yeah, can I look at it?
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door.
A note for us?
I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
Oh, even in that short note, still funny. But I believe you. It didn't... I don't know. I don't know how much I trust my intuition in general, but I never believed for a second that she ever killed him. I don't think any of them really did. It's weird. But we're gonna go upstairs.
A gift.
Yeah. The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
Kim, I'm pretty sure if she stayed, it would have been a lot worse for her.
You look at her rough, jagged handwriting on the note. She was in a rush, but not panicked. Deliberate. Focused.
Huh. What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
Yeah, fair enough. After what we've been through, that's fair.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Is there anything else? It seems to be all there is downstairs, unless there's something in the bathroom, maybe? I'm just gonna check anyway, just because I'm paranoid. Okay, no. Alright, let's head upstairs then, but I believe her. I mean, I'm still... Okay, honestly, I'm a little iffy about how I feel about Ruby, but again, I feel like whoever killed him actually had a good reason, given the little that I know about him. So, I don't know. We're gonna go upstairs. Iffy on Ruby, but I believe Claudia 100% that she didn't do it. Okay, let's go. What the... What's this? A red thread made of nylon. It leads out of the room and onto the roof. What? Is there anything new on this window?
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Apparently, that's insane. Damn, Claudia.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
I think I briefly went over this. Again, I can't remember if it was in a lost episode or not, but it was basically just more analytics. So where's the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime, the island in the bay.
B triple prime. Sorry, I went past that. Okay. So, is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet? Whichever?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
How did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
That's right.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
That's why she was spending so much time up here. It all makes sense now.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
This is her way of saying she's sorry.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
Everything if she's giving us this. This is also a location we have yet to rule out.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem enthusiastic. Or unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
I know. But I don't know, maybe it'll be over soon. I don't know if we're like close to endgame, if we're reaching towards the... No. I don't know if the climax has already happened. I don't know. We'll see.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
Maybe we need to go to the island. I know, but do you have any other ideas?
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there?
What else is there?
Not a lot, no.
Well, I want to give him a choice, so I'm going to the island. Are you in?
Of course. I'm in.
Thanks, Kim. I know you really don't want to, but thank you.
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Oh, Lillian has a boat. We get to talk to Lillian again. I love her. Let's talk to her.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
I know you don't love that, but we're gonna have to. Well, honestly, this was a lot. Let's just check up on the roof to see if there's anything else. I just want to make sure before we go adventuring again. Nope. There's the other part of the thread. And there's nothing else up here. Thread is tied to the antenna. Yeah, I see that. Can I teleport from out here, or... Because I know it refused to let me teleport last time because we had a shootout waiting for us. But maybe now that that's over, we can try to teleport over there? We can. Okay. So it was just not set up for that one time. Alright, let me figure out how to get controls to fucking let me travel. Okay. I think she's in the Fisherman's Shacks. I'm slowly getting more familiar with this map. Let's go. Okay, we don't have to walk again. Hi, Isobel. Oh god, can I tell her about Ruby? I kinda want to. Do I have the option?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I can't tell her about Ruby, but I can go, I got shot!
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here.
I know, but I let Ruby go. And I think we're okay here anyway, because I think everybody else is dead or incapacitated.
Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
I guess you were right. The men with guns were coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
Then we'll be ready for them.
We'll see about that. I'm still not getting the signatures, even after all that fuck Everard. No. And I don't even know if I have the chance to still do that. But I'm still not gonna do it even if I do, because fuck that. We'll be fine. It may be harder, but we'll be fine. Hey Lillian? Can we borrow your boat, please? Hi.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
I mean, the first one seems like kind of flirty, but again, I don't want to go that direction with Harry because I'm not feeling that kind of chemistry between those two. Like, I don't know, it's stronger, it's a lot stronger with Kim, I feel like. So, and I like having someone who's kind of just a good friend, you know, and she feels like a good friend, so. Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
Yes, it was, and I'm glad that you seem to be okay.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You didn't only get shot.
I dodged the second shot. I can also not get shot.
Well, good for you.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Yeah. Is there anything else I can ask before? No! What the fuck? We're not going on a date. Again, I like having her as my friend. We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
What's on that island? Is your voice acting broken? Okay, that hasn't happened in a while. I guess her voice acting isn't working right now. I'm not gonna try to do her accent, I'll just read it. Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war for the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself, always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Probably your husband, maybe? You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there.
Called it.
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids? I think I know which ones, because I've only really seen hers, but which ones?
The twins.
Yeah.
God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They have a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
That's fair enough. I did try to talk to them before, and Kim said I was bad with kids. Although, that is true, so... I love that he asked. That was really sweet. But is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
I'll try to remember that. I don't know if they're gonna make me pick a side, but I'll try anyway.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, I don't have the option to leave yet, so I guess I'll ask if I can borrow the boat and then try to talk to the kids.
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
Hey, I only drank one time to level my physical check, okay? I promise.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
What if I want to... No. No. We're not gonna worry Lillian like that. He will not.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Aww. I love her. She's fucking great. Thank you. We'll use her skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Why does this sound like it's fucking gearing up for me to fucking do an actual driving segment? Because I haven't had to do that. So far, all the physical stuff has been auto-done for me, but I'm scared. Alright, I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing else. Okay, we'll see you around. Thanks, Lillian. Okay, let's go talk to the kids. It's gonna be just as awkward as last time, but it's fine. Anyway, hello, tiny children.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
Yes, the one. I need to know it's there. I don't think the kids will understand sarcasm.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
What do you mean empty bullets?
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, you mean shells? I don't know if they know what those are, but shells?
I don't know what those are.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay, what then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
So there is someone over there.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No. Yes.
What?
Let's go with yes.
Maybe they told the kids not to tell people. Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tinged soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
Exactly. You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Kim, you're better at this than me. Why am I leading? Alright. This seems like a little too detailed, but I'm gonna ask everything anyway. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Okay, Kim, can you translate help?
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Huh. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Okay then! Thank you for the honesty.
Don't say that, he didn't.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Oh. So he probably did if you're gonna be that frank about it. It's not my place to say though, because again, I'm not trying to date Lillian and like insert myself into her family. It's not my place, so I'm staying out of it. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
What? Oh wait, he doesn't have an intention. Hey, why?
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Okay, bye kids. I'm not saying children are stupid, they're Lillian's kids. I'm okay with those. Okay, where's this boat? I'm pretty dense and I also wasn't paying attention. Would it be over here? We'll see. So I see a yellow boat down there, but... maybe walk down this way? Yeah, it should be this one.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflects off the water, along with the factory number, A72.
Oh, it looks really nice. This is really well done.
SRV made. This machine represents humanitarian aid from a workers' state on the Samaran Isola. The ROO logo on the engine gives it away. That and a white 5-pointed star. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
I don't know, savoir-faire, but I don't have anything left to lose at this point.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Okay, this banged up old thing, it's... that.
It'll float.
Okay, you take the engine, Kim, I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast sad FM our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Wait, can we?
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Oh, please tell me we get to do this. I know I don't have it in my hand right now, but... tell me we get to do this. If not, I'll be a little disappointed, but I'll live. But... I think I'm ready. Let's go. Oh my god, look at us. I'm not in control right now, by the way. We're just going.
Want to be free. Want to be free.
We're actually doing it.
It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free.
a sequence for this. It's kind of mesmerizing. This can't be the end though, right? Wait, I know these melodies. They've been playing throughout the whole game. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Yeah, that piano line. We've heard it so many times before. And now there's words. Oh my God. Past the bunker, past the church, and this. Whoa.
Want to be
Oh God, what's that secret? Disco Inferno.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Okay then. If that was us blasting slow rock, yeah, it went on for like quite a while, but that was really good. I actually like that quite a bit because like you know that melody, you know that piano, you've heard it so many times before, and then to hear it like mirrored in some of the vocal lines and then the harmony coming together like that. Oh, music me is nerding out right now. Oh, that was great. I am terrified for what's to come, but I am so excited. Let's go.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
All right, we're out. And we didn't crash it because I wasn't driving. Guess we'll check around. The makeshift bridge, the bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. The rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it for who?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Okay, I guess I'll finish the thought then. Oh shit, and the music's changed too. That's fucking... Oh. We've got like... a guitar? Oh, it sounds so pretty. Huh. This is gorgeous. I'm just kind of in awe of everything right now. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Whoa. It's beautiful. In a weird way. Oh, and there's even more to explore up here. It looks so small when it was all zoomed out, but now perspective really does change everything. There's a lot of tear around though. I don't know how much I need it anymore at this point though. Attention, inflammable. It's a lot of oil. Some fuel is leaked out of the barrel, black, viscous. There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. Okay. No, give me my brain. My brain.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105.
And underneath that?
On the islet, There is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work, of great importance to the few who attend.
Okay, to the west?
A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
And to the east?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide filtered through its grains, a bird tending to its feathers.
And ahead?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
And beyond that, further north?
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Below the silence.
Col de Mamadakwa.
Shut the fuck up, Perception. Don't. Oh my god, I needed that. Oh. You're so full of shit. Kim?
Yes?
Call the Mamadakwa.
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away. Pain shoots up your right foot and into your groin.
It's pretty silent on this island.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Yeah, wait, I have to listen to one more thing. Let me just check.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Well, I'll open my eyes then, I'll stop listening. Oh, that just ends it. Well, I didn't know. I thought, like, I'd try to put them together or something. Or put something together. What's in here? Sparrow says ICM. You see a star with little specks in it. Okay. I don't want to go in there yet. I want to check around first. Autosave, why? Let me get a hold of this. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Obviously. Oh.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Well, it would have to be because we have the RCM. But let's start with the first thing. Kim, what's the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The Black and White Army of the Revolution.
Uh-oh.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM. It sounds like RCM. Revachol. God. Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
Rhetoric. Behave.
It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
I'm just gonna catch my breath. Leave me out of this fucking shit. No.
This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign.
And there's a white star.
No, an upside-down star.
Huh?
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those specks stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
It looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Freighter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Fair enough. I guess we gotta go inside then. I'm a little worried, but I think we'll be okay. What the fuck is that? What is it? This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Oh, what? What is all this? Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. No, what? We'll get to that. What is this?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
I don't know if we have fuel to pour into this tank. We're not gonna do that yet. Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
Okay, what kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
Oh, right, that's what we saw outside.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
I'm gonna touch it.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
Okay, what does this mean? A generator here?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
I meant, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
I don't know why this is an option, but you know what? Fine. What's gonna happen? Pour it into the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
I'm surprised he didn't have something to say about any of that. And he just helped me without asking. Okay, I'll pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
Jeez. Oh, God, and that smoke that just came out of it.
That should do it.
Alright. I did the secret task. Whatever that means. Cool. Well, now it's loud as fuck in here. Maybe I should have done that last. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. Is that a fawn shirt? It is! It's narrower shirt. Wait, let me see this. I want to see what it looks like. Unless it's got like a good boost, I'm not gonna wear it, but let me see. Let me see. Fashion show. Hand-eye coordination. That might be good. In general. I'm gonna wear that just in case.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
I'll sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Apparently. I can't do conceptualization though. Unless... I can come back here. Do I have anything that can boost that? I have a lot more conceptualization stuff than I realized. I completely forgot. Good thing I always stop to fucking pick up every little fucking piece of clothing that I can see. It's really paying off. I think that's okay, and now let's put some points. We'll put 1 point into conceptualization, and then we'll see how we are from there with our chance. Because I don't want to point spam in case I need to put some other points somewhere else later. So that's an even check now. I don't love that. I'm going to put another point in, see what happens. Okay. I like that a little better. Again, I don't want to waste all my points, because what if I need to put something else later? Let's try it.
Oh yes, under the
okay.
bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Look, Kim, deranged commie ranting.
Ouzia. I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him.
I was just memeing. I really don't care.
Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Yeah, a student in the apartment building seemed to have some as well.
Well, yes. That one student did.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Critical theory books. What do you think this means?
Again, I am not a philosopher, but whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Interesting.
Are you... Because that's not the first time I've made that kind of connection back with a student before. So, are they all the same person or are they all working together? Because we also had that bunker back where Ruby was. Or maybe they really are just remnants and I'm reading too much into this. I don't know. Again, I don't know how much passing that check helped, but every little thing seems to add up, so I'm not going to question it too much. Anyway, what's this? Moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. I have no idea what a rangefinder is, but alright.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft-cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
A flash of pain interrupts you, making you wince instead of letting the words out.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No, I have plenty of healing items, and I think I'm okay. No time to rest.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
I like that there's a little checkpoint here, I guess, by the game, but I'm fine. Like, if my health was a little worse, maybe I would, because that restores stuff automatically, I would think. But I think I'm fine.
You don't have to be a hero.
I have healing items just in case. Spirit, I'm fine. Ooh, what's that? The fuck is... Surplus winter scarf? What does that give me? Empathy. Huh. I'll change my clothes as I need it, but that's good to have. Oh. Healing items. That's good to have. Oh, that's very good to... Are we gearing up for another fight? Uh-oh. That is... concerning. Like a lot. Am I gonna need my flashlight or is it gonna
You
auto-light
see
for me?
a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy
What?
steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
This seems like a stupid question, but what's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
I don't know about that. We're kind of trying to solve a murder here.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother.
Oh,
A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
you're right. We opened the big one. Do you see controls anywhere?
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Okay, cool. We have a plan now. What's that? This great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off it. Okay, I saw something over here with the stairs, but I don't know if it's still clickable or something. We'll see. Yeah, out here. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. It's fine. Oh, those must be the controls. Where are you pathing me? I know you're meant to be older, but what is stopping you from just slipping down? Really? This is the path you're choosing to... Okay. Sure. What? There's an underside I could have walked through?
Green
What's
paint
so-
flicks off the monoblock aluminium
My
cabinet.
God.
There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
I completely missed that. It was like right under the fucking... Okay. I guess I'll run my fingers across the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This
Ugh.
keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out, they terminate here.
Could this open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
I'm gonna do that last. Light.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. a dim ambient orange.
Listen, being able to see might help anyway. Radio then?
The dial slides under the glass, dark and silent. Restoring electric power has not breathed life into it.
Fair enough, just thought I'd try. Okay, I guess we're pressing buttons.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, and it still go. Oh my god. That's so cool. Oh, but okay. This. Alright. Okay. Big dramatic entrance complete.
After you.
Good job, door. Thanks, Kim. I guess I'll point at the door. What's there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I figured.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
Okay, what if we get into another fight? Are you gonna be okay? Because I still don't have a gun.
Don't worry. I have a gun.
I don't have a gun, but Kim seems to hate it every time I bring that up, so we're not gonna. Alright, let's go. After I poke around here. This hatch is jammed shut. Yes, but is there anything else I can mess with over here? Oh, wait, I'm perceiving something. That's perception, right? Perceive. Water rushes below, far down below. And there's more Healy stuff here. You're giving me a lot of healing items, and I am concerned. Where does this door lead, actually? We'll come back in, but where does this lead? I just want to see where it goes. Oh, is this just... Oh, this is a completely other side of this place. We'll leave it alone for now, then, though. A firing slit, you can't see inside. Oh, wait, no. This is gonna walk me in again. Out. Okay. We'll investigate that later, then. Let's go back in and see about whatever the fuck is on the other side of that place. Okay, here we go. Doesn't look creepy at all. You gonna... Let me in. Okay. This is another part of the island. Wait, then should I look at what's over at the other place first? Rubber dinghy, it's deflated, broken. Yeah, and I had a thought about that. Small white flowers blossom around you. Oh no, not the white morning again. Well, if that's the case, then I want to check the other place first. Because this is probably where our guy's hiding. If there's a big-ass fucking metal door there, then we'll go this way. Let's go out. Oh, pretty. Must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. Oh. The distant sound of cargo ships. Signal horns echo on the water. This place is huge. I mean, I said that about the village when I first got there, but... I guess I'm not used to it yet. The ice cracks under your feet. Be careful not to fall through. There's tracks here. They're very faint, but they're here. And the chain again. The winch is broken, rust has eaten what remains of the chain. Oh, shivers or physical? The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. Okay, so physical. The inside of the fortress, you make out the console and the blast door. Oh, what is all this? Wait. The depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast. Is this another bed?
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
Be triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
I'm gonna inspect the mattress, because now there's two.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
I guess I'll pick one out of the can. I don't know why, but sure, Harry, go off.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Mortieri.
I know that name. I saw the same brand of cigarettes extinguished in Land's End.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and here. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
What's on the wall?
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
I'ma touch it.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
I'll look through the hole then.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out.
Harry? Harry, please, we're already in pain. Be careful.
A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
What's on the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
And on the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the rain, reflecting light.
You know what? Motherfucker seems apt.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
I definitely do.
More than that,
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kim, I could make it. I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Oh, did he just pat me? Cute.
Affirmative.
Finally.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
This is correct, but you know what? It's okay. Because we got turned around so many times, but Clausier figured it out, and Clausier gave it to us. So we really do owe her everything. So you're right.
He looks north, over the fortification, then at the mattress.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
What? On this island, not fucking pointing at the mattress.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
We should move now.
We're going. Oh god, that fucking ripped back way too fast. Okay, we'll move in a second. I want to check these things out. The fuck is that? Fuel canister. Why? Okay, I have that now. A weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet newly stocked with druamine, which I guess I'm taking. Oh shit, that was so much healing for us. We're definitely gearing up for a fight. They're just handing out healing shit left and right. Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're so dead this time. Last time was luck. We're definitely dead this time. Oh no. Okay. I don't like this. But we gotta go. Yup. Hello. Fucking knew
An
it.
old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire? 2 twins?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Yes, savoir-faire, we've established that.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
That's what the kids called you, while you retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator, then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Listen, I gotta have my jam.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that, Kim. It was not reactionary, it was cool.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Nice gun you got there, Kim.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is that a Bell Mockwave?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
You think I know what guns are?
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
The Sinyao commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the ball.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in '06.
It's not wiped from the board, I remember it.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
Yeah, bark, bark. I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move. That seems like the safest shot. Because, is he gonna listen to me if I say put the gun down? I don't think so.
No.
Well, okay, Kim. That's just not... Alright, sure.
Put it
I
down
tried.
now, sir.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
Sure.
It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
Let him say it.
The present to be afraid and cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. Those words the future teaches you.
Real music. Real proletkult. That's la Rêve not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song.
I know La Rêve. It's the marching song of the world oh god. Too many r's going on. World Revolution.
There you go. One of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was... some Samaran shit, I guess.
How does it go, the song?
How did it go? Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
He waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember. A little tremor passes through him.
I'm gonna pick this up. I'm not taking chances anymore. I tried to play nice, I guess, but I'm gonna take it.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
It's as he said, it's that made in Sinyao.
Worn. Personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
This uses jacketed ammunition, 4.46.
Jacketed. Military-grade ammunition. Stable in flight. Good for hitting something that's very, very far away.
So even if I, tried to arrest Ruby or Cossier, I'd be wrong. Because, again, with the intuition thing, I know you can't always trust that, but... Yes, I was still suspicious of Ruby, but now even more than ever, neither of them felt like they did it. I don't know how else to explain it. Neither of them felt like they did. At all. So, even if I did, I'd still, arrest them. I'd still be wrong. So again, I regret nothing. Okay, I'm gonna stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. Any time.
Yeah, we will. Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Thank you, Logic, for doing my math for me. You've been on this island for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
I do understand, because you were basically just a child, but I'm still gonna ask.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
And when was this exactly?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. we would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
What then?
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring. Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What?
That the bourgeois are not human.
I'll let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. What is this place? This island?
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing? Retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Okay, I'm not looking to prove anything here, I'm just looking for answers. Tell me something else.
Nah. Iblis. Iblis calls it that.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
Shaitan Ahura, the darkened one.
Huh. How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does seem frail, gaunt for his age, more like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We have medicine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
I want to say this, but I feel like what Kim has to say is probably more important.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins glimmering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere. How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Yeah, we've seen the weapons cache and the Fell... I want to talk about the Fell building first. There's a small bunker under the Fell building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Killed themselves?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
Okay, the weapons cache under Saint Ghislaine 22B or something like that. In the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
They were damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
One more question. Do you smoke those cigarettes?
I do.
Ever smoke them on the mainland?
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
I feel like he's already answered. Why don't you just walk there, but I'll ask anyway.
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
Tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
We're with the RCM. Let's leave it at that. I don't want to get into this shit. I just want to know, honestly, if you kill him or not.
Let's. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste d'Ancelonde. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained and assigned to the Defense Corps?
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Okay, that means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I ain't saying shit. No, we're not making this about me. Okay, so I guess I have to ask everything. You've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
Huh. That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting
For what?
for her to return.
What?
Her who?
Girl child revolution.
Okay. Women will... Okay, no. We're not bringing our ex into this. I come from there. I can assure you that is not what the people are planning. Like, yes, there's riots. Well, they might be. You know what? It's kind of a tinderbox with all the protests that are going on, maybe, honestly.
It won't. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Uh-huh. What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Haha.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So is continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But
what?
this is what you live for. This is the shit.
What are you talking about, reaction speed?
The great serotonin jackpot.
Okay, now electrochemistry's in on this as well. What do you want about?
The solution.
Oh. Thank you for healing my morale. Can you heal my body while you're at it?
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
Okay.
No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first.
Which one is it, guys?
Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Okay. Oh, wait. Voices in my head. Which one do I say then?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you, and in them a chill like electricity running up your spine, crawling into your skull.
What?
All is not as it seems.
What is that voice? Whose voice is that?
Detective.
The fuck? So you're saying you killed people after active fighting stopped?
What did I just say?
Yes.
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Okay, rhetoric. Fine. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of a security contractor, Crenell.
The who now?
You heard me.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Drama, oh god. Oh god, the fucking choices. A beautiful, strong man savior by the honorable No, fuck you. Okay. Fine, if you want your fanfare. The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the Commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession.
I'm gonna try logic.
The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I'm not gonna hit myself on the side of the head. We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
Mm-hmm. It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinaise.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Yeah, sure. I don't need your cooperation. I've got this.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting.
You know what? Fuck you. Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
I'm not gonna dramatically ask. Now is not the time. I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon.
Good.
Oh! And that's the secret task from before. I completely forgot that we had that. Okay.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
Yeah. The old man does not say more. He just glances into the reeds and then twitches once more. Okay, let's back off for a moment. Tell me this.
You lost, Dwat. You lost.
Yeah, Can I leave for a second and put on stuff for composure? Now we're good. Okay, come on, please.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
He is surprisingly okay. Yeah, that as well. Like, how is he not dead? I know, like, he's coughing up blood. But how is he not dead?
Indeed. He speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated by what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even. Not senile.
Mr. Dross, are you okay? How's your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
Fair enough.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
Okay, we're ready to arrest him. I think it's Josef. I'm gonna butcher this name. Josef Lianovic Dross. You're under arrest for the murder of Ellis Kortzener.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
Fine. We'll try. One more thing.
The old man looks at his rifle in your hands, a little startled for some reason.
Okay, we'll talk about him killing him.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you
A
phase me.
drop of blood in the saliva. That's right. Pile it all on him now. 3 should do it. Maybe 4.
You're a communist. I talked to the dead man. He told me communism That's just gonna sound stupid. No, what am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Do not tell me we're gonna get him on fucking flowers. My head hurts now, but yes!
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here, and Maybells on Clausia's balcony.
Exactly.
And nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them.
That's right, we've talked about this before back at the fucking tear place. Maybells behind the victim's window. I saw them growing here.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez, only here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
A young woman called Clausia. Ring any bells? Flowers like this were behind her window.
Clausia.
Yes.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch, a spasm.
There is a small tremble, looks like a smile, a crooked smile, yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer, armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer, dripping with blood.
Yeah, he was... I'm not gonna say that word. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
I got the confession out of him on account of fucking flowers. Let's fucking go.
Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from
The
anger.
lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I'll hold my breath then.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick's still in her.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
We got it. We got it on fucking flowers. Thank God for Maybells.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
Fair enough.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
What?
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Okay, why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
The fuck? Cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pulled the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
What?
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
What, so you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
For him to stop reacting to stimuli, to be broken off from the world, cordoned into darkness.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
How long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on a ghost? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
Okay, in case you didn't know, that word, slang for cigarette. It's not the slur for once. What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
This is the hidden buoy she told us about. You looked into it?
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
You saw her name on the passport, but before when I said her name is Clausia, you didn't seem to recognize it.
You didn't say Clausia in there.
Oh, that's right. She had a fake name. Okay, what did it say her name was in the passport?
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Are you sure we checked the submersible? There was nothing in there.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
Moving on, did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revershal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises, you can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
How did you get close enough to see the bruises, Mr. Jones?
I have my ways.
Mm-hmm. What ways? Tell me.
Not in this lifetime, Dwat.
Excuse me?
This one's gone. Make up somehow. Connect something else. Fast.
Fine.
You're a bad detective. Lazy and bad.
Thanks, physical. One little thing missed and I'd drown in anxiety.
Rightly so. Fix this now. Push on extra carefully.
Okay, well, I'm taking 0 chances with that knock again. So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
I'm not giving you anything. She got away. We don't know where she is.
Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, this last week, kept staring at the island.
Yes, because she was trying to help us.
At night, crying or smoking on the roof, like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revershell, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lusanne's central aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
I'm looking north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghost of the city she's leaving, for another, far south.
Is that her?
Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Street lights, towers, tenements and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
What else is there, Kim?
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
There's one last thing anyway before, so... Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put-put-put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries, pumped full of steroids and Radio Revershal 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals. Like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
Hey, leave them alone. They may be little shits, but they're my little shits.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
I'm not gonna say a goddamn word about that.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Okay, you can
Throughout
stop saying that
history,
now.
Even the royal bloodline of the suzerain. It's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
I guess I'll just nod because I really want you to stop saying that sentence.
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores.
Hey. What follows is ominous mumbling. You can't make out shit.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
Hey, I'm a disco whore. What do you mean?
There was something about the statue and nihilistic advertising agency people might be worth investigating.
Really? Why? Okay, disco whores?
Whores.
Yup. Ugh. That was a lot. There was something about the statue on the roundabout and syphilis.
Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination.
Abomination?
The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues too. Hundreds of them.
But it's still there.
What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why?
I don't know.
I do. Some advertising cockroaches use their accumulated capital to erect a new, ironic version of it. We tore it down with honest, working-class plastic explosives. But there it is again, grinning. Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artists should all be given 30 years of hard labor in Yekokata.
Wait, the bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The statue had been shot. That was him.
That's right.
It had to be. He's already proven capable of taking a far more complicated shot from here.
It was you. You shot the statue. There was a bullet hole in his heart.
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture. I should have spared the bullet for a deformed monster of liberal capitalism. Shameful, really.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years. Isn't that right, detective?
That's it for the statue then. Tell me, Mr. Dross.
The fat union man let them put it there. Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it too. Shared with the law.
You mentioned the Union is social democratic and Mr. Clare is a farce of a social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
Who's a disappointment? Everard Clare?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Edgar.
You mean Edgar, Everett's brother? I think that was briefly mentioned ages ago. I can't remember.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that.
You've talked to Edgar?
First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left, wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
Okay. When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
What did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzoff. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And he let you be here?
Let me be here? The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Mr. Dross, did you kill the Krenel mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
So you did?
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something.
And this is very high. Okay, what's the deal?
The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
20 years ago when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the Union yet, did they?
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark bend.
Who did?
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
She was also a woman, wasn't she? Like that Klausya?
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work.
And then she just disappeared?
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
Edgar had someone make the call. Why is that, Mr. Dross?
She couldn't make the call herself
Here it is, the bend in the river.
Why?
because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna say nothing.
Cow caught a bullet in her right lung, fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. It was a sloppy job and a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins are black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her and the ruins.
You shot her.
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal.
Not at all.
If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything.
But you did do it.
I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
Okay, by the cock parading in his colorful uniform, you mean Rene?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A petank maniac race traitor.
Yeah. You know what? I don't want to get into it. We'll just nod.
I
move on.
remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today.
Well, I guess I'll say there's no one there anyway.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later?
Kim.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one.
Ew.
A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him there lately. Must be down with arthritis. Old cunt.
Okay, I wasn't sure what that would get me, but I just asked it anyway to be thorough. But now what?
Glad? It's all gone.
Yeah. Alright, now we are done. We're arresting you now.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
You said he didn't want it.
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Do I have anything that I can level perception with? Yes, I do. Okay. Try it.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
What?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
What? Do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this... really us?
Your skin crawls.
What's happening? Wait. What? What the fuck is that? Fucking... No way. You're kidding.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
It's Elysium Phasmid. What is that?
What are you talking about?
I don't know what the hell that is.
There's nothing there.
Hey.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster, but you don't have a gun.
There is. I see it. I don't care. I see it. It's the fucking Phasmid.
See what exactly? A bug?
Kim, can you see it? I don't think you can. I think it's just me.
I can see it.
Can you really?
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then, but that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, honestly, I don't even care. How is this possible? Oh my god. No, this is too much. After catching the killer and all that questioning, no. You know what? If you want to see me inspect the fucking Elysium Phasmid, of all things, that fucking came up. And I don't know if Kim's bullshitting me or not, but apparently he can see it too. You can subscribe so that you get notified when the next episode of this comes out. Oh my god. It's here. I might be insane, but it's here. So thank you so much, whoever happens to be watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, really does help me out. Till next time. Bye. Hey, fella. Hi.